Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back and welcome newcomers to the channel. I have a couple exciting things to show you guys and gals today. And if you weren't on the live stream Friday night and you missed it, this is one of the things that we unboxed. Check this out. We have an official unboxing knife for the Beez Blades channel. This was made by Keith the Knife Freak on Instagram. And if you're on Instagram, go check him out. This is totally cool. This was made from the F-150 spring. Can you believe it? And I'm pretty sure he's posted the process of how he does it. So this is awesome. This is absolutely amazing. Came with this nice block. I mean, what can I say? That is freaking awesome. Thank you very much, Keith. I so appreciate it. And we're going to open up our first package with it. And the honorary unboxing knife today is going to be the KUBEY KU322. Oh, yeah. If you haven't checked this one out, I'll put a link in the description. This one is freaking awesome. All right, so let's see if we can get in our first package with the new official unboxing knife. Yes! Yes! Very first package opened. How about that? That is sweet. Look at what we got here. Oh, it's another KUBEY. A KUBEY KU344. And it's black. All right, you ready? I tell you what, just to share the love, we're going to do, how about we do half and half? We'll give you half, and then the official knife boxing will take over the rest. Oh, this is too much fun. All right, so let's get in here. I'm going to raise up the table so we can get up here close and personal and see what it looks like. All right, so nothing else in the box other than a KUBEY card with a little, one of those little scanny codes on it. And, oh, we have to cut it open. All right, we'll do this. Cut her open and check it out. Got some gel in there. All right, here you go, the KUBEY KU344, and that looks like some poon going on right there. Looks like we have some harpoon happening. Let's see if we can get that off. There we go. So check this out. This has that really, really nice textured G10. Look how sleek that is. Here's the back side. Here's your clip side. And, oh yeah, look at that. You know what that is? Reversible pocket clip. Oh, right. All right, we don't really have any mushrooms growing in the shade right there, so they've got some flat screws. I don't think that's going to be an issue in and out of the pocket. We'll check that out here in just a minute, and let's see what this blade looks like. Oh, yes. This is absolutely the blade shape that I've been looking for. That is sweet. Look at that. Would you look at it? Just look at it. That is pretty cool. So there's this side of the knife. Make sure we're focused. There we go. That's a lot better. There's this side. Man, that is pretty cool. This is a Sharif Manganas design, and I'm hoping that's how it's pronounced. And there you go. There you go, little fella. It's a pretty cool logo. Not too shabby. Oh, man, I can't wait to get into this one. I tell you what. This one you could get for $40 right now on Amazon. I'll put the link in the description, and I'm pretty sure you can get black, jade, or urban camo. So there's like 3 different options for this knife. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and do the specs in 60 seconds. All right, let's do a quick guess-a-rooski here. I'm giving it a little bit of girth and heft. I'm going to go with about 4.5. 4.45, that's what I'm talking about. Back on track. Yeah, baby. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Are you set? So your total length is 7.94 inches, and you have a really nice drop point blade, affectionately known as a harpoon, and you have D2 blade steel with a bead blasted finish. Your total blade length is 3.37 inches with the total sharpen length of 3.18 inches. Your blade width is right at the widest points, 1.1 inch. Your blade stock thickness is 121 thousandths of an inch, and your thickness behind the edge is between 15 and 17 thousandths. Your handle material is a very, very nice textured G10. Your close length from tip to tip is 4.57 inches. Your handle width is 0.95 inches. And at the widest point right up here, it's 1.35 inches. Handle thickness is just over a half an inch at 0.52. And this is a front flipper and thumb studs. We'll see what's in the pivot here in a minute when I take it apart. It has stainless steel liners, and it's a deep carry. Tip up. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Reversible, baby. All right, you ready? This is the KUBEY KU334. Let's get in here and get all the good stuff. All right, we're going to check out the fit and finish, but first I want to see how it cuts right out of the box. Is it going to cut? Holy moly. Well, it worked on the first one. There it goes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is sharp. Whoa, yeah, that's a very, very nice edge. I will get up right here nice and close and personal and give you a really good view. The blade has a really nice finish on it. I gotta tell you. And then a little bit of texture vision here. Look at that. It has really nice texture. It's not quite as aggressive as the G10 like on a Spyderco, but it is almost there. I mean, it's perfect. It's very grippy, but it's not aggressive. Going all the way down, you have a nice lanyard hole going on. And you can see straight through, easy to clean out. And we'll get a good look at those liners when we take it apart here in just a minute. Going all the way around. I like how the liners are not inset. I kind of prefer that with G10 because G10 tends to be a little sharp on the inside. So that's a little bit of personal preference. Just one of my little nitpicks. But it's a gorgeous knife. I really like the feel of it. It feels solid. And the action, oh, we're going to get into the action here in just a minute. As far as... oh yeah, we're rock solid. I'm not getting anything, no movement up or down, left or right on it. So as far as the quality, it looks great. It feels great. The fit and finish are really nice. And the clip, let's see what it goes out of my pocket. Oh yeah, it's easy in and out of the pocket. And you probably are watching the clip or just watched a clip of me doing that. So that's always awesome. All right, let's do some quick size comparisons. Here's the QSP Penguin. Everybody has a Penguin, right? Say it's so. So yeah, pretty close. It's a little bit bigger than the Penguin. I'm going to lay some out here real quick and hopefully you have one or two of these so it'll give you a really good idea of the size of this knife. And here's the Spyderco Para 3 and the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. There you go. Look at that. Full-size knife without a doubt. There's no question in that. One of my favorites right here. I love this knife. And of course, I will put these knives that I'm showing you right now in the description if you want to go check them out for yourself. And here is the Petrified Fish PF818 and the Civivi Brazen. Yeah, love the Brazen. Have some love marks on it. So there's the Civivi Brazen and the PF818. And here is what got me into it all was the Spyderco Tenacious. I absolutely love that knife. And the KUBEY Carve. There's the KUBEY Carve. Yeah, see, this is like right in that category. Just like perfect size, EDC knife. And here's your beloved, ever-loved Penguin. There's the Civivi. Brazen's over there. QSP's here. That was fun. All right, here's the Kizer Sheepdog non-flipper. I love getting ahead of myself. And the KUBEY KU322. All right, so hopefully you have one of these, and now you have an idea of the size of this knife. All right, let's do the fun stuff. Let's do action and ergos. Before we do, quick housekeeping. If you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed, you don't want to miss what's getting ready to come up very, very, very soon. Hit the subscribe button, and then right next to it, hit that bell button and select all so you don't miss the announcements. And make sure you check the community tab, especially you members, channel members, and patrons. Check that community tab. All right, you ready? Let's see what the action is. Oh, man. Oh, and it's smooth. Took my breath away there for a second. So drop shutty action, very easy front flipper. Can I, over the top? Yes, I love it when I'm able to do that. How's the thumb studs going? Thumb studs are freaking awesome. Can I reverse flick it? Oh, maybe. Let's get my hand right. There we go. Got it. Got him. How about left-handed? Oh man, it is so easy to deploy and so easy to reach left or right-handed. Can I go over the top with my left hand? Can I do it? It takes too much concentration. Yes, got it. Got it. Yes, that is awesome. So the action is, it is dead smooth. It is, I mean, it's just drop shutty. And because your flipper is so much higher than your pivot, it's really easy. It's not a difficult front flipper at all. It does not take a lot. And yeah, all day long with the, oh man. So if you like to fidget, this is a fidget dream. You have two means of deployment, if not more. Can you pinch it open? Yeah, you can grab a hold and pinch it open. So deployment is just spot on this thing, and the action's amazing. So here's your ergos. My hand from here to here is 4 inches, and from here to here is 3.5. From here to the tip of my middle finger is 7.25. Let's see what the ergos feel like. Oh my goodness. Is comfortable, no hot spots. That pocket clip's not bothering me. Probably because it's low profile and it didn't give me any problems in and out of the pocket. Oh man, and look at here. My thumb just goes right up on that poon, just messes. Oh my goodness, that is comfortable. And as far as choking up, you could get up in here if you really want to get in it to win it. You can get up there. There's no finger choil per se, and as far as sharpening choil, yeah, you're going to be safe. I mean, your plunge grind's all the way back here, so you're going to be good. You can always put a piece of tape or something so you don't put scratches any farther than you want. But this is a beautiful blade. The ERGOS are great. Man, you can do utility cuts all day. Very neutral handle. That neutral handle just makes it so comfortable. Look at that. It's almost like it was made for something. And that right there is my favorite kind of jimping. The smaller jimping, it really locks your finger into place in your skin. Boom, you're not going to move. And you have a little bit right here. Look at that pass through. It's comfortable. It is comfortable. So easy to use. Let's see what our lockup looks like. The lockup is awesome. You're just about halfway on the lockup. How about our centering? Centering looks awesome. I mean, what can I say? There's not much you can nitpick about this knife, but I tell you what we'll do. Let's take this thing apart and see what it looks like on the inside. Here is everything I use to disassemble my knives. I have my really nice CRKT driver, and then my Weehaw stubby bit driver, and then 10% off KPL knife pivot lube. You got to get you some of this. This is the original, and then there's the heavy, and you'll see me using it. And here's the ultra light KPL. I love these little swabs. I use these to clean my knives. I use them during the process. You'll see here in just a minute. Get you some thread locker. Make sure it's removable. If you want to make sure you get everything that I have, you can check the links, and at KPL Knife Pivot Lube, that's where you can get all kinds of cleaning supplies, knife maintenance, and that's where you get the KPL, and you get 10% off if you use my affiliate code. But if you go check out my videos, in the description of every video, there's links to all the things that I use and all the things I recommend. And by the way, get you a Weehaw bit set. If you do like me and you get the wrong set from Amazon and it's a cheap set, you'll regret it because you'll strip them and then you'll end up going and getting the one that everybody recommends. But you see there, you can use that as a bit driver. You can use it as a backup. You can get two of them, throw one in your truck, keep one at work. These things are freaking awesome. And that's where I got my bits. Now, just now before I set this up, I checked, and would you believe that the pivot is a T10? Yeah, a T10. And the body screws, T8s. And then T6 is inside there. But are you serious? T10s. I don't come across that very often. So let's see. And look at here. Nothing on this side. That means we have a D-shaped pivot. So it's going to come apart easy. It's in there pretty hefty. It's in there nice and sturdy. Okay, here we go. Now's the time where I can tell you about Beez Blades live at the Hive. If you're new to the channel and you haven't been to one of the live shows, let me tell you about it. Just let me tell you. You don't have to go in there and say anything. You could be a creeper. You could be no, don't be a creeper. You could be a lurker. You could be a lurker and go and see what it's all about. And so many more people, since I've started talking about it like this and telling you, nobody sees you. You just log in. You don't even have to log in. Just show up. And you'll see everyone talking, and you'll see what an awesome community is. I mean, it is freaking amazing. And there are people from every walks. I'm getting too excited. There are people from every walk of life. Oh, boy, that was good and tight. Not going to say it. Every walk of life in there. And we talk about knives, everything under the sun. It is so much fun. And I do a giveaway every Friday night also. And we've had some awesome giveaways. That's a really nice pocket clip. So here's the inside of the G10. You can see it's well lined. The only thing I didn't show it a second ago was you can use an old piece of t-shirt, or you can use a, what do you call this, a microfiber cloth, and, I reuse them. You can wash them and reuse them again. And I don't run them through the wash. I just wash them with some dish soap. But there's that scale, and here's what it looks like on this side. Nice and simple. Pretty darn clean, not too dirty. And let's see, I'm going to open her up, and oh, look at that, pop right off. So there's that side. And then something else is, I've had a lot of folks comment and say thank you for doing the disassemblies. I've never disassembled a knife before because I was too worried or, too anxious or too scared, but it's not that difficult most of the time. So there is really nice looking ball bearings. Those look ceramic. We're going to double check here in a second. There's your detent hole. Let's take this off here. And very interesting, very, very interesting. These are cute little dudes. But I'm going to go ahead and clean it. Just rub it. And I did put some rubbing alcohol on this cloth. Take that dude off of there. And I am getting some stuff off of there. So, every little bit you get off is going to make your knife that much smoother. And to give you a good idea, a good look at it, there you go. I love them. They are so cool. let's get the magnet and see if these are steel or, nope, they are ceramic ball bearings. That's what I'm talking about. Love it. Love it. And here's your pivot. Pivot looks pretty darn clean too. I mean, I could take the pivot out, but there's really not a whole lot of purpose. Really don't need to. This knife is nice and clean. And here's what it looks like. See, we're not going to get a whole lot out of there. Let's use a cleaner side here, and let's see if anything comes out that pivot hole. Yeah, see? Even though it looks clean, you can always get a little bit of something out of there. And you can always... Oh yeah, get up in there, get in those corners. But back to Friday nights. Definitely make sure that you become a part. And by being a part, I mean you don't have to even say anything. You could just be there, and you will quickly learn that there are no judgmental people. We don't talk politics. It's just knives and whatever else fun comes up, whatever else under the sun. And we do a giveaway, and it is a lot of fun. You can see right here how well that's milled out to give the knife a little bit lighter weight. I really like the weight and feel of this one too. I mean, this knife feels really good. So, to tell you what, there's not a whole lot to it. I'm just going to put a little bit. I'm usually a little heavy-handed with the KPL, but I'm going to just put that and go around. You don't have to use these swabs, but I prefer it. And I'm going to put some on the pivot. And let's see, is that pivot is not D-shaped. So that means something over here is what's keeping it from spinning. And right here, which is going to be hard to see the inside of the G10 right there? There's a tab. That is what kept my pivot from spinning. So it is not a D-shaped pivot. Not at all. And then you see this tab right here that matches it. So it's really easy to, you're not going to mess up. Look at that. Boom. Lines right up. That easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, so there's that side, and then we'll put a pivot. Put that dude in there, and get me a little of this KPL. This is hopefully going to be a really nice, simple reassembly, because so far it's so good. So good. But yeah, I've been having a lot of fun. A lot of fun with you. Let's see. Now this right here, this piece right here is your stop pin. I'm going to clean it off a little bit. Looks like it might have a little bit of stuff going on. But these, I'll just wash these in the sink. And once I get a few of them dirty, and I'll just wash them with some dishwashing fluid, whatever you call it, detergent. There's your stop pin. The stop pin goes right here. And that's what stops your blade once it opens. And it also, as you can see here, it's what stops your blade when it closes. That's why it's called a stop pin. Kind of makes sense, huh? Huh? What do you think? What do you think? All right, where'd my knife pivot lube go? I can't see. I'm blinded. I covered it over. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit in here. Just a little bit. But you know what? We have a big giveaway coming up because we have hit a milestone here on the channel, which I am just very excited about. I am very humbled. It's very exciting. We got the new unboxing knife, which is just unbelievable. Now, before I forget, you see this spot right here? This is the detent hole. That's where the detent ball falls, and that's what keeps your knife blade in and keeps it from coming out. So I'm going to get some KPL heavy and just put one drop in here. Put one drop because I'm a little heavy-handed with these bottles. A little dab will do ya. So then I'm just going to make a little, let me see, make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And you gals. And that's something else about this knife community is I love it that there are so many women that are into knives and knife collecting, modern knife collecting. It's awesome. And you will also find out when you come into the lives that I could be distracted. And instead of saying squirrel, we kind of say micarta. And it's just kind of the fun of it. I don't mind. I'm getting a little better, but you know, it's a great time. It's not overcrowded. There's always a good bunch of people in there having fun. So let's see. Am I going to click all into place here? All right. It looks like we're going together. I'm going to put my pivot in. Now, I'm not using knife pivot. I am. I'm not using thread locker, but the only reason is because I take my knives apart all the time. Now, I'm just going to get this pivot started. And I check my screws all the time. If you aren't going to check your screws all the time, I suggest if you see where they have already had some thread locker on there, if you take your knife apart, put just a tiny, tiny little bit, and you can get this, the stick. See there? You can just barely touch just a little bit onto the threads, and not just a little bit. But the problem, not a problem, but the thing is, if you do that, you need to let it set for at least a day or more to dry. Because if, not really so much the screws down here, but if you take your pivot out and you put some thread locker in the pivot, you can't play with your knife. You got to leave it. Just put it somewhere, leave it alone, and let it dry so that thread locker has time to dry and do its job. So I'm not tightening these in all the way. I'm just making sure they're in there. These are loose. And now I'm going to tighten the pivot all the way down. And I love it that so many of you hang out to watch the whole video. And if you are here right now, thank you for always watching the whole video. And thank you for commenting. Make sure you say something in the comments. Even if you don't care about the knife or don't like the knife, just to support the channel, say something in the comments and hit the thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. Let's see what we're looking like here. Are we centered? I didn't quite tighten it all the way down, I don't think. Look at that. Look at that. Would you look at it? Let's see. Tighten it down some more. All right. How's our centering? It's pretty close. I'm going to open it up. Oh, yeah. There's still some play in there, so I don't have it tightened down all the way. There we go. Now we're tightened down. Let's see what we're looking like here. That's pretty close. I don't know. Let's check. You know, I forgot to put the pocket clip back on. Ah, my goodness. That's all right. I get ahead of myself. I get sidetracked. Let's see. We're going to put it in our pocket like that. So the pocket clip's going to go on this side. And I left those screws in there because it makes it easier to line them up and not have to fiddle with them. There we go. So I'm just going to get them started. I'm not going to tighten them down. But they also are part of the integrity and of holding everything together. So, all right. Let's see how close we are. Pretty darn close. So I'm going to make sure I have everything unloosened. Loosened. So everything's loose, and this is how you center it up. All right. So this is so darn close to being centered. I mean, I'd be nitpicking if you look, I'd be nitpicking if I went any farther with that. You know what? I'm going to leave it for now. That is tight all the way down, and the body screws are good to go. Are the body screws T10 too? Oh no, they're T8s. Okay. T8, T8, T6. But yeah, I really, really appreciate all the interaction in the comments. Everybody leaves a comment. That helps the algorithm and it supports the channel, believe it or not. If you're not a patron or a channel member, that is one way you can support the channel. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's see what it feels like. It is rock solid. You know what? Let's go out to the big screen. All right, that was pretty easy disassembly. So my final thoughts, you know what? I have this pivot cranked all the way down, and it is still smooth. I mean, I have got it cranked, and it is still smooth. KUBEY, you're doing a good job. I got to tell you, I don't have any complaints with this knife. It is super comfortable. It was easy to disassemble, easy to put back together, and we are centered. That's as centered as I'll take. I'll take it any day. But look at that, how smooth. I like it. The ergos are great. The action is great. You know, if this just had a little bit of this off and it was more flat, maybe I could choke up easier, but I can already choke up, so I can't even, I'm trying to come up with things that I don't like about this knife, and I'm being unsuccessful. I really like it. I mean, this is a sweet, sweet blade. I'm looking forward to carrying this and using it. It goes in and out of the pocket really easy. I'm curious, what do you guys think about it? Do you like it? Do you want one? If you're not interested, tell me what you had for breakfast. But other than that, remember to live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself.